Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. It's time for my Crafty estate haul. I just want to say in the beginning that I hope nobody's disappointed because I did show a picture on Instagram. I'll pop that in right here, probably up over here in this corner, that showed like counters full of yarn bags. I bought only one skein of yarn. Yeah. Most of it that I bought was craft supply things that would be useful to me. I did get some felt applique kits I'm going to show you. I still got some fun things. I think you'll enjoy this still. I just want to let my yarny people know that is the only yarn you will see here. The reason is, the first time I went, my mother got to the yarn section before I did. And she found this, it was probably a king size comforter, one of those zipper bags that it comes in sets, full of yarn. And most of that was Red Heart type yarn. And it had several matching skeins. She paid a whole $10 for it. And I will insert a picture right now. And y'all can take a look at that. Yeah, but she bought that for my aunt. So yeah. And so when I went and looked at the yarn, there were bunches of bags of yarn, but there wasn't that much. It was kind of random stuff, right? It wasn't yarn that, it was mostly crochet thread, which I don't really use, and novelty yarn, like fun furs and like the yarn with the little dangly pieces off of it everywhere. Now I did see some of the old Lion brand of velvet yarn, because that velvet yarn was out a long time ago, y'all. It's just come back again. And there was several skeins of a dark green that I thought, you know, if that's still here the next time I come back, I'll probably get that. It was not. There wasn't much of that yarn left when I went back. The only thing left was some bags of crochet thread and the novelty yarn, which I did not really want. Before I start showing you everything, I just want to say that going to this estate sale, this woman was an avid crafter. Well, her daughter said she did make things, but she seemed to collect craft things more than anything. There was everything from polymer clay to embroidery and embroidery hoops, thread, beads of all sorts and kinds, applique kits, just glue guns, Velcro. It was just crazy, and there were big quantities of it, okay? So, like I said, most of my purchases related to supplies and such, because they were such a good deal that I knew I could use them for quite some time. It did make me think about what would happen to all of my things before when I'm gone. Yeah, I think I said that in my podcast, so something to think about. I did do a blog post about the first time I went there, and I will link that down below, so you can check that out if you want some pictures. And I realized I left a couple things out of that, so I did go back a second time, though I did not spend quite as much. So let's just dig in, shall we? I'll show you my one skein of yarn I bought first. Most of my stuff is in the box over here to my left, my right, not my left. And then I have a couple of the bigger things down here. So this is the one skein of yarn I bought. I don't know what this is. It did not have a label on it, but I liked the colors. Ooh. There we go. I really wanted to make a bunny or some stuffed Easter eggs or something. So this would be perfect for that. And it came with a hook. Of course, it is a, what is it? It's an H hook, or size 8, which I have 10 million of for some reason. I don't know why. So it did come with this hook, and this I paid a whole 50 cents for it, so not too bad. This appears to be a full skein of yarn. So that was the only yarn I bought. Sorry guys if you're looking for lots of yarn. But I do have other fun stuff to show. So let's get into that. I'll take a sip of my drink. I'm drinking this V8 Hydrate. I really like these. They're pretty good. Had some Ibotta rebates for it. And now I'm addicted to them, so I'm buying them still. So I think that's their ploy, you know. Anyway, here we go. I'm just going to pick up stuff as I come to it. No order. I just got to empty this box out. So, at the very end of my last visit, she asked if I wanted these beads. There were actually 6 in total, but my aunt decided to get one because she sold them to us for $1 a pack. These are these wire wrapped glass luster beads. Each pack looks slightly different, and these are unopened packs of beads. There was lots of things that was unopened, and then this is one more. My aunt picked out 2 packs, so I got the other 4. Like I said, those were $1 a pack. Next thing I'm going to show you, because I only have the old ones with me, I bought like a 20-gallon tote full of serger cone threads, and I'm talking about, these are the ones that, I had 5 that were dirty. See, they're dirty and stained, and I kept them out. But there were cones like this, or there were taller cones, and there were some bigger ones, like, you know, and I'll pop a picture in here. So if you didn't see it on Instagram, you can see I paid $50 for the 20-gallon tote. I had 129 cones of thread. Yeah, that's a lot of thread. And it was a bunch of different colors. It wasn't all one color. And like I said, these 5 right here were the only ones that, that were damaged. Or like, they're just stained, you see? Most of them were just dusty. Which I tell you, when I find them that are dusty, sometimes if you take a slightly damp cloth and wipe it, like one of those microfiber cloths, sometimes you can get it to come off. Sometimes I just unwind that first layer of thread and don't use it. It depends on what's going on there. It's all usable thread. Now, I had several people comment that I could use this to make, you know, cleaning cloths or dog mats for the local shelter, but I don't want to put this through my machine because I don't know what it's stained with. I would worry that it's something that could damage my machine. I know that sounds crazy, but my machines are my babies, so I would never put thread like this through my machine because I would worry that it would damage something. Now, and these are stained pretty much all the way through. They're not, there's not a huge amount of thread on these particular cones, except this one. This one has a little more, but they're stained all the way through. They're not just stained like on the outside. But I have some ideas for things to do with these that I saw another DIY blogger do, so I am keeping these. They will be repurposed. I will not be throwing them away. I just won't use them in my machine. I have plenty of other thread because I already had some serger thread I'd happened upon at the last thrifty haul I did last year, and so I shouldn't need shouldn't need serger thread forever, and I can use this on my machine if I put it in a cup behind the machine. Some of the very big ones I probably wouldn't, but some like this size I could. Most of it is polyester. There were a couple that was a cotton poly blend. So yeah, the only time I'll have to buy thread is if I want 100% cotton thread, which I use when I quilt. I tend to only use 100% cotton threads because I just prefer it. But when I'm sewing bags and things like that, as long as the thread is good and holds together, that's all that matters. So, next, I'm going to show you these because they're on top of other things. I'm sorry if I make noise. This stuff is kind of stacked in this box. I bought these wooden bowls. Now these bowls, it says Giftwood Incorporated on the back of it. I don't know. I haven't looked that one up to see, but I like wooden bowls and trays like this because I use them in DIY projects all the time, and they're just good for catch-alls. I usually tend to, sometimes I can clean them up and I'll just paint the underside or something like that, but I paint them sometimes. But this is all that monkey pod wood. See what that says? Yeah, I find this all the time. It's woods of Hawaii or the Philippines. I got this leaf-shaped one. I got this one with the kind of little handle on it. And then this just odd-shaped one. So, I usually get these for 50 cents to $1. I paid $5 for all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's 7 of them. So, yeah, that's about right. And that is something I will use for all kinds of things. Alright, next, let's see. These are on top too, so I'll get these. Got a bunch of zippers. These are, okay, so these I bought in the first set. I think I paid $2 for all of these zippers, and these have the metal teeth, which I really like. These are not older zippers, really. They are the YKK brand, which is a zipper brand I prefer. But these are the perfect size for some of the bags I make. So, yeah. I got white and black. They had a whole bag of zippers, of all kinds of zippers. And I started to get the whole bag, but I thought, you know, I have a lot of zippers already, and I need to just get the ones that I actually use the most, and not a bunch that I'm probably not going to use. So, I got those, and then when I went back, there was this, I think I paid $2 for this as well. These are older zippers, and I can tell because they have a very soft cotton. Some of these look like they might have been tried to been used before, but these are still very good zippers. They have the metal teeth. They are the, let's see, Swift. There's some Swift. There's some Talon. There's a whole bunch of different kinds in here. That one doesn't look very old. There is some PPYKK in here. So there's a bunch of different kinds and colors. And these are softer cottony. Most zippers you find nowadays are made of nylon, polyester, whatever it is. These are the soft zippers, which make it easier to sew around the little corners, like for my little notions pouch. So, yeah, I do like to use vintage things and thrift finds in my, you know, I like that little added touch of character. So, yeah, this one's even got the, this is a longer one, but it has the tag on it still. 40 cents. I don't know who's bought a zipper here lately, but they're definitely not 40 cents. So, yeah. So there's a bunch of zippers I got. Alright, let's move on. Let's see what I can grab. Ooh, I got a bunch of quilting rulers, y'all. And I was very excited to find these because quilting rulers are expensive. If you are a quilter, I gotta get all the ones out. Give me just a second. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but there's one thing in particular I was very excited to find because I've been wanting one. So I almost got everything out. There we go. Okay. So this one here was really cool to find. This is an old Dritz skirt hammer. Or skirt marker. You kind of, it has a stand. Let's see if you can say that. That's it. You can adjust this thing up and down, and then you would clamp like your skirt or your pants hem in it so you can mark it and stuff and hem it up evenly. So that's what that is. And I really like this. This is an older one. I love it when I find old sewing notions and things like that. It's really cool. So I'll put that over there. Okay, so that and the rest of these rulers I'm going to show you cost me $5, okay? Paid $5 for that plus these other rulers. I got a Dritz. This is like a, how wide is this? 8" by, I think it goes, the point goes to 24" and then it's angled up to 16". This is going to be hard to see, but it has an angled end on it, which is cool. And then it's flat, and it's, like I said, it's 24 inches on one end and 16 on the other, and it's 8". So this is a nice acrylic ruler. I figure out where to set this stuff when I'm done with it, because I didn't think about that. Just plop it on the floor. That'd be perfect. This is another Dritz ruler. This one is 6 by 24 inches, which is another nice size to have. You can see the little dots on the back. Those are grippy dots you can put on them to help you keep from sliding off your fabric when you're cutting. So I got that. I got this, which I was excited to find. It's a June Taylor shape cut tool. This has slots in it at I think it's 1/2" increments. So you can put your rotary cutter right in it and slice, slice, slice without having to move your ruler. So that's pretty awesome. This one is 24 inches by 5 inches. So I got that. I got this easy quilting ruler, which is 18 by 2. Yeah. This one has the felty kind of back, so it doesn't slide as much. I got this Easy Angle 2 by Sharon Holtgren. This is a 10.5. I don't know, it's got different increments on it. I think it's a 10.5. It would be 10.5" squares if it didn't have the angle on it. And it has the little flat part on it up here, so when you're cutting it, it comes right off. And this one was still in the package, but I can see she got it on clearance at Walmart. But this is a Trimate. It's supposed to be used with a Tri-Race, but I can use it. But either way, this is another triangular ruler, still in the package, never been opened. Yeah. Then I also got, this is actually a dressmaker's ruler. I have a hip curve already. This is the curve and square. This is good for armhole curves. You could also do hip curves. The front neckline and the back neckline when you're adjusting garments. So, yeah. I got that. So all those I just showed you, plus the Dritz skirt marker, paid $5 for all of those. Then, look at this. This is still in the package. You see that sticker? It says 25 cents. That's what she sold it to me for. 25 cents. These things are $30 in the store. This is an older one, but it's still the same thing. It's like that longer one I showed you, but it's a big 12 by 12 square, and it has at every 1/2 inch the little slits, so you can put your rotary color through it and cut a bunch of them at once. I was very excited to find that because this has been on my wish list for a while. I've been waiting for a good coupon to get it because even at Walmart there's $30. So I was very excited about that. Maybe this will be my picture. All right. Now, moving on. I got, this is a dip hand mold for paper making. It has the decal. Well, no, this is the decal. This is the decal screen. This is like a little drying rack. And it even has some dried flowers in there. I had to watch my dog. She likes to try to get in that corner and lay on top of my whip bags. So, anyway, so this is brand new in the package. I paid $2 for it. I do like to make paper. I'm planning on doing a tutorial on the blog. Well, it's starting to warm up now, so it probably won't be too long. Show you how to make handmade paper from recycled paper. I did one about recycling your junk mail, but that kind of makes a gray, pulpy, thick stuff. I'm going to show you how to do it with, like, if you print out a bunch of things and cut things out, or you print out patterns and then you don't need it anymore, printer paper, I'm going to show you how to recycle that. I made my wedding invitations out of that stuff, y'all. So, that will be coming up. So, I paid $2 for that. I'll put this right here. Alright. Let's see. Ooh, this is heavy. This was, I'm trying to remember what I bought together so I can show y'all. So, I got this. These are gold leaf and a variegated one. And this is a pattern tacket pattern maker. And I got, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of this, which is an aged tin, rust tin sheet, whatever. There's 2 in each pack, so I paid, I think, $5 for the whole thing together because I had picked them up at once. So this stuff right here is like, you can see she got it on clearance at Walmart for $1 anyway, but it's like, it's tin. Can you hear that? Yeah. And it's just metal, and you can cut things out of it. I actually did a leaf on the blog. I cut out of some old flashing I found. So, yeah, you can do a lot of stuff with that. Now, this stuff right here you can see is usually $7 a pack from Hobby Lobby. The variegated, and I got the 2 copper leaves. Not gold leaf, copper leaf. She said there was more there, but I couldn't find it. So, but these are brand new packs. They haven't been open. So, and this little guy right here, I was excited to find this. This is the kind of cool little thing. If you make patterns and you have to mark the little darts or things like that on there, all those little matching points that are on patterns usually. This little thing has paper that you can, it's transfer paper. I'll get it out in a minute, y'all. And this little thing, you slide your fabric and pattern, everything under, you slide this under everything, and then you kind of do that and tack it so you can mark that point, which I think is going to be much easier. We'll see when I try it. So, the copper leaf, variegated leaf, and the rusted metal, and this thing, $5 for everything. Now this has a suggested retail price on it of $4.95. So, see, a lot of this stuff that I got, as you can see, some of it has never been opened, which is kind of sad, but you know. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way. Ooh, sorry, that was loud. Scared my dog anyway. Oh, I got this, which is, I haven't plugged it up yet, so I hope it works, but it's an embossing tool, embossing heat tool. This looks like it's probably been used before since it was out of the package, but I paid $5 for it, which she asked me how much, and that's what I told her because I know how much these things cost. So, I have a big heat gun back there, but that's better for bigger stuff. So this is good for, like, when you do stamps and you put the embossing powder on it and you heat up the embossing powder, that's what this is for. So, there we go. Alright. I paid $5 for each of these, and they are full of felt patterns and some embroidery and cross stitch patterns. So So I got, these have the fabric and everything with them. I got this one, which is from Hodgepodge. That one didn't have a price on it, but this has not been opened, but it has all the stuff you need to make that little banner. This one says $4.99 clearance compared to $14.99, but this has everything to make that little quilty banner, which is very cute. I like that. It has the embroidery floss and everything back there, buttons. Now this one right here is not my thing. Very kitschy, but these are stockings. So I will say, if anybody wants these stockings, please let me know. I'll send them to you, because that's not my favorite thing, but it has everything you need to make it. It even has the sequins in there. I have 1, 2. This one's a little bit different. It's got Mr. and Mrs. Santa, and 3 of those. So this one's got the little drummer boy, nutcracker, whatever going on. So I have 3 of those. Somebody really wants those, please let me know, because I will not use them. And then I got this one, which I really do like. This is the Santa banner. And like I said, these all have everything you need for it. So that box was $5. I'm gonna put these back in here. Okay, let's look at the second one. This one had a bunch of small ones in it. But like I said, I paid $5 for both of these, or $5 each. So this is a kitty cat cross stitch. It has a 25-cent mark on it. I feel like she got some of this stuff at yard sales. Yeah, it's got kitty cats on it. It is a printed, it's pretty large pattern. So yeah, that one might be interested in if somebody wants it. I don't dislike cats, but it's just not my thing. So now this one I do like. This is wildlife thing. This is ducks. It's a duck scene. And this one actually has yarn more so than thread. That's like yarn. It's also printed on there. So also this is a 34-inch round tree skirt for Christmas. That would be something else I would, if that could go along with those stockings. It's not really my style, but if you want to pay for shipping, I will send you those things if somebody lets me know. This one I think is really cute. It's a patchwork with the little sunflowers and the lady standing there. It says, "How does your garden grow?" I really like that one. These are some smaller ones. They're cute. You're the kind of friend who would overlook my broken fence to admire my flowers. That's cute. I like that one. Friendship is precious, not in the shade, but in the sunshine of life. So that's a cute one too. And then I got this random, I don't know, it's the foam kit. I don't know. I might see if one of my nieces or nephews or whatever own it. My cousin's kids. I love this one. Look, it has a sewing machine on it. Life is a patchwork of love. This one says, "Love is to share." Yeah. I like that one. And this is, there's a bunch in here like that. Old friends are the dearest. Now this one looks like she may have started on it because I can see the needle in there. And it is open. So. And then this one right here, she definitely started on. It's got the paints and paper towel, and you can see where she started painting it. This is some kind of wall hanging painting. But you can see the, yeah. Oh, I really like this. It has these two in it, and you paint them on there. Oh, that's really fun. How pretty. Well, I'm gonna love that one. It looks like she's already started the painting. Which I hope the paints are still good. If they're not, I can always, I've got paint, y'all. I've got paint. And let's see, there's some more in here. This bag was slammed full of stuff. Now this one looks like another one she started working on, so I don't know what all's in it. But good friends are always close at heart. That is a cute one. And this one is open. It looks like some stitching has been started. This is cute. It says quilt. And one more, and this is another one that looks like she may have started on it, or it may just be leftovers, which is okay. It says welcome friends. That one looks like, let's take a peek. That looks like just leftovers, which is fine. Still some felt I can use for stuff. Like I said, I paid a whole $5 for these, so yeah. Not gonna complain about that. Not at all. Okay, let's move on, shall we? All right. I'll show you all these first. I got like a ton of embroidery hoops. Yeah, I do have some. I'm gonna keep pulling them out. Alright, so I'll show you the two big ones in a minute. But I got all these. Plus, I paid $10 for all of these. Just as a, I think that's attached to something. But I still hadn't, I thought it might be the stand my dad got, but it didn't. So, because it has the bolts on the side. Let me put these down. There's the bolts on the side, and it has this little part that comes up like this. But it's like a big oval. I mean, it's big, y'all. It's definitely for quilting, as is this one. This is a big one, too. So, I first saw those two big ones, and I decided to get the rest of them, because you can use them for all kinds of things. So, then I also got several ovals. Alright, I got these two ovals. I'm going to talk about this one last. And then I got several sizes of round wooden hoops. Yeah. Alright. I got all of these, which are like rubbery ones. You pull this off. These are more like for framing things. You can hang it up, I guess. Yeah, I got those in this blue and this pinky color, and I got this one, which is kind of like, I don't know, I guess you can hang that up too. It's got a little stand thing on it. And I got these two blue plastic ones. So, got all of those, and then I didn't realize I had this one until I got home. This is the one I'm most excited about, besides the two big ones. This is a Duchess embroidery hoop. Just from, I looked it up, 20s, 30s, 40s, somewhere around in there, depending on it. This one says made in the USA. But it has, the ones I looked up were selling from anywhere from $46 to $26, somewhere around in there. But, you see, mine has all the felt. There's one little chip mark here, but it has like all the felt. I think there's one more chip right there. Most of the ones I saw online that were selling for that much didn't have they had a lot of felt missing. So I was excited to find that because it's just really cool. I knew it was older, well, because of the color and the tone of the wood. It didn't have any metal things on it, and it had that stamp on the wood. Not a lot of places stamp things like that anymore. So, but that was a cool find. I really like this, and now I know I'm just gonna be putting it up as a decoration or something because it's just cool to look at. So, all right, the last thing I have to show you in here is this big thing. Oh, okay. This is a big storage container full of stuff. I paid $25 for this, which one of the trays in here is worth more than that, and I'll show you why. We're gonna start. I'm gonna show you the best one for last. Of course, I've got to build this suspense, right? I'll make sure I don't knock over my drink. All right, so this bottom one, this was the craziest one to me. Something I haven't seen in forever. All right, y'all. Hang on. I gotta move some stuff around. Okay, I just set the box over there. That makes it a lot easier. This is what's in this box. Bunch of random kind of things. Has a bunch of this. This is plastic beading, like you can sew on to stuff. It's all connected. That's usually what it's used for, or art stuff. There's a bunch of these cross-lock glass beads in the front. It does have several rolls of elastic sewing thread, which can be useful. Then there is a whole tray of this. Yeah, y'all remember this stuff? Crafters? Friendly plastic. I haven't seen this in years. I recognized it when I saw it. I was like, I know, what is this? I've seen it before. I think I had some. It came out in the 90s. They do still make like friendly plastic pellets, but this was like, you would tout it as you would put it in your skillet and kind of melt it a little bit, and then you could mold it into things, and people would make jewelry with it usually. So yeah, friendly plastic. Blast from the past. So that one wasn't that interesting to me, but except for the friendly plastic. So then this one is filled with woodsies. It has some instruction booklets in it, and they're just little flat wooden shapes of all sorts. I'm not going to tilt that because it'll fall out. That you can glue together and make stuff with. There's like all kinds of shapes. There's ovals and stars. There are some painted flat watermelons in here, which are pretty cool. I like those. There was a box of razor blades. And probably the coolest thing in this bin was this little pill bottle, which is just full of old jewelry bits and pieces. I'm not going to be able to show that, but maybe you can see down in there. It's like parts of broken jewelry that she must have collected over the years, and some beads and stuff. I have a jar over there that I put my broken jewelry in, so I get it. I get it. So that was what's in that little slot. Still, you're probably wondering, Christy, why did you pay $25 for that case? Well, the case is pretty cool too. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. Next, this one was pretty cool. Got lots of embroidery floss in it. Yeah. Even had some of this nicer stuff like that. Yeah, it's got a bunch of cut out heart templates, which is interesting, and some other little shaped templates. So yeah, that was pretty nice. You know, embroidery floss, those little things, like 15 cents, right? Okay, here we go. This is the last one. This is the one I got so excited about. This is the one that made me decide to just buy the whole case. Look at it. This is slam full of sewing machine needles. Oh, sewing machine needles of all kinds. They're all, well, most of them are Schmetz. We've got, and usually there's more than one pack. These are the stretch needles, and you can see the price on that, $3.99. And that is usually what you pay for it, unless you can catch a good sale. Those are stretch needles. Top stitch needles, which I love to use for quilts. $5.79. Yeah, there's several packs of these in here. These are Microtex or sharp needles, which are wonderful for sewing quilts together and certain other fabrics. Yeah, got several packs of these. See that? $4.39 a pack. Yeah. That one's come off the card, but it is in here. There's several packs of leather needles. $4.49. They are in here. They just have come open. So most of these look like they've never been used. Okay? Because they're still on the back plates. And I know it's hard to get those needles out without taking them off the thing. I usually keep them a different way. I got a bunch of jean. Well, that's one pack of it. The jean needles. Yeah. $3.99. These are called quilting needles, which I rarely use for quilting, but there they are. They're useful still. Focus. There we go. There's a pack of those in there. These are ball points, which are the same as the stretch needles. These are just a different... yeah, these are just a different size stretch needle. Okay. Good for jersey and all that. I have a bunch of packs of these universal needles, which come in multi. They're good for when I sew multiple fabrics together of different kinds. Whoop. There are so many packs of these embroidery needles, which I don't have an embroidery machine, but I do thread sketching or free motion quilting and stuff like that. And these are good for that because they're usually, well, this says it's specialized for embroidering with metallic or decorative threads. So I don't know what the difference is. I'll have to look that one up. But I'm thinking that they'll work good for doing the thread sketching and stuff. She must have did a lot of embroidery with metallic threads because there was a box full of like the smaller thread spools, which I was going to get, but it was all metallic thread, and I don't really use metallic thread. So more universals. Y'all, this one bin is worth more than $25. I will not have to buy sewing machine needles for a very long time. Maybe forever. I don't know. There's all these boxes, packs of twin needles. These are all twin needles. And so is this other set, twin needles. Now, the only thing I found in here that I will not use, because I do not have a Janome, but there's 2 packs of Janome sewing machine needles in here. If somebody wants them, let me know, because I don't have a Janome machine, but they're blue tip needle. It says has a number 11 on it. That's all I see. I don't know. They have it looks like she bought them at some kind of craft fair maybe, because they got a special pack on them. There's 2 packs of those in there. I have no Janome, so that's why I got so excited about that bin. I was just going to buy this one tray, but then I thought, I don't want to just... I could have dumped all the stuff into a bag or something, but I really didn't want to just leave it one tray empty, so I just decided to ask how much for all of it. She said $25. I said, okay, because those sewing machine needles, well worth it. Plus, I got a really cool stackable bin with some other biddly bobs in it. So that was cool. Alright. Got one more thing up here to show you, and then the other stuff's bigger stuff. So, exciting. It's a magazine rack. But I got like 7 of these for $1. So, these are the plastic ones. Got this blue, and then I got a black one. I actually bought 14 of them all together. Well, no, there were 14 of them all together. My aunt and I split them because I paid, there was like a whole $2 for all of them. So very useful. You can store patterns. You can store all kinds of things in here besides magazines. So I was excited to find those. Now, some of the bigger things. I got this very nice tripod. This is a really nice one. It's very tall. You can crank it up all the way to your face. I'm 5'8", so that's pretty cool. I paid a whole $5 for this thing. You can kind of see it there. The only thing is that little plastic part there that screws to the bottom of the camera, or the thing that holds my phone, is missing. So I probably can order one pretty cheap somewhere. That's all. It's probably attached to the camera still, I would imagine. But I didn't know it was missing when I was there. But still, for $5. Yeah. Alright. Don't fall. This next thing's kind of heavy, so. Oh. Yeah. Look at this. For those that don't know, this is a steam press. It's an iron. It usually sets, not usually set up like this. It sets flat on this back part. Has a lock on it too. You can open it up. See, this is all iron, and this is a little ironing board, and you can lock things in there and press it. I just pressed my finger. That didn't feel very good. So, yeah, I paid $25 for this. It does work. I have plugged it in. You can see where it looks like a dog was chewing on the cord or something, but I could put some electrical tape on it. It didn't go through the wiring, so yeah, this will be awesome. This is awesome to have for even quilt blocks or something. You can just go, shh, yeah, a bunch of them at a time. I think that's going to be awesome. But I was excited to find this. It does need a little bit of cleaning up, but it's an old Conair one. I know you can't get a new one for less than $200. So, yeah, $25. Ow, take it. All right. Okay. This is the last thing I have to show. Nothing exciting. It's a big 5-pound bag of polyester fiber fill. I paid $5 for it too. The top was open, but it is full. It's full of fiber fill. So, yeah. That's what else I got. So, that is the end of my Crafty haul from the estate sale. I hope y'all weren't too disappointed that I didn't have all that yarn to show. Yeah, it wasn't yarn that I could use, and when I went back, it was even less of yarn that I would use. Like I said, my mom got that big bag. That was probably the best bag of crochet thread that they had, that was full of threads that matched and that was useful for things. So, yeah, that's it. I would love to know what y'all think about it. Let me know in the comments. I will be doing another video this week. I'm probably going to do it, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. This is Wednesday. I actually had some extra time this afternoon. I didn't have an afternoon class today because they are out for Steer and Barrow Day. Yeah. Let's see if you know what that is. If you don't live in a small town and have 4-H, you probably don't know what that is. Yeah, so I'll be doing another video with my Etsy haul. Well, it'll be a craft supply haul. We'll call it that. A lot of it I got from Etsy, but I have some things I actually ordered from Walmart and Joann's and Fabric Mart again. But I've got to pick up the Walmart stuff tomorrow, and I did order from Line Brand, but that has not, Lion Brand, they're terrible about saying things have shipped. Usually I don't get a notification saying it's shipped until it actually gets here, which is crazy. But anyway, that's coming up later on this week probably, which is already Wednesday. So anyway, I will see y'all later. And if anybody is interested in those kits that I said that I would be willing to, if you pay for the shipping, I'll send them out to you, because I will not use them. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.